So, welcome to episode 5 or something. Who's counting? Here in downtown kitchen, overlooking scenic height chart. Corey's with us today. What are we going to be looking at? We're going to be looking at last night in D&D. When by last night, I mean almost a week ago. Going to look at a little bit of a Shadow Complex game. It's pretty cool. We're going to talk about how we hate this one girl who sued her parents for tuition. Because we hate everybody. And see what happens. First off, let's say hi to Corey. Met Corey through that other guy, Tony. She's the cooler half, right? Alrighty. So let's find out about Corey in the snippet of questions that we'll instantly know everything about her from. What's the best color for an apple?
Best color for an apple. I like the green ones.
You like the green ones?
Green ones.
Like to eat or baking or?
The baking with the green ones, yeah.
Yeah, green ones. You don't always see people eat.
They're a little tart for just eating.
I guess. I remember eating them though. I remember there was a tree out near our park that had really like those crab apples, the Granny Smith ones, and we would eat those. And it was more of a challenge to see how many could eat them without, missing school the next day because they were sick.
Yeah, we used to throw them in the car.
Ours were a little far away from the car. We would gather them and bring them to a road and we'd do that. But yeah, we could climb a tree too a little bit. What's the trickiest or wiliest animal?
Tricky or wiliest?
You could go the anthropomorphic route, and it's probably like the fox or something like that. Or you could think about animals in general.
Tricky animal. I don't know. Maybe a shark. You don't see it coming. You don't really know what it's going to do.
It's tricky.
They're cranky and tricky.
Cranky and unpredictable equals tricky. Okay. What's the best time of day to go swimming? Provided that the temperature and weather and everything else is fine.
Best time of day? Probably after afternoon, like after straight on noon happens.
After heat stroke o'clock?
Yes.
I kind of like the morning. I guess the evening's kind of nice too. Yeah, that's a stretch from about 11 to about 4 where it just, forget that. Especially in the summer around here.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite game?
Oh, favorite game.
Don't say love.
No.
It's just cliche.
I grew up on Mario games, so I'm kind of a Mario junkie. Probably N64 Mario.
Mario 64?
Yeah.
What about your archetype? Fighter, mage, rogue, or cleric?
Well, I am the wizard.
Yeah, in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so that's probably where I hang out in most games of that type.
Your sorcerer.
I like the
You're a
magics.
wizard, that's right. There's no sorcerer in this, is there? No, there's a warlock. Sorcerers are weird. What do you think about getting rid of daylight savings? Either always be on it or never be on it.
I could probably go with never be on it. I think it's getting kind of silly. I don't think there's really a reason.
I think
for
we
it.
should always be on it. We're on it right now.
Yes.
So I think that we should just shift the count. The whole world should just shift over.
Just stay.
There are a couple of countries that have done that, one way or the other.
I guess I'm going with the I don't see the point in flipping that.
Yeah, we're not an agrarian society anymore.
Yeah.
We don't got farmers. We have actual clocks and alarm clocks, so it doesn't matter anymore. And plus, no one is like, your local little farmer. It's all giant machines with lights and doom anyways.
And then you just have a bunch of cranky people after the time changes.
That's right. Using that excuse to be late to work.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Shameful people. Hot dogs. Are you for or against hot dogs? I could have said Weeders.
This could go a lot of ways, James.
Frankfurters.
As far as hot dogs in a bun that you eat with ketchup on them, I'm for them.
Or, there's better ways to prepare hot dogs. You slice them up, put them in a pot of beans.
Yeah,
some
there
bean.
you go. There you go. We have a wiener dog, so, we like the hot dogs.
I like hot dogs. So, do you have any questions for me that you can think of off the top of your head?
Your favorite number?
My favorite number?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I don't know if I have a favorite number. 9 works a lot. 9's in my birthday like 3 times.
Okay.
4 times. 4 times.
All right.
I don't know if that's my favorite number, but that's a number I think of. That's the first number we got with, so we're gonna go with that.
There we go. All right.
There we go, number 9.
Where it's at.
There's that game, Mighty Number 9. It's a Mega Man clone that's been in development hell forever. So push back again, just in case anybody's wondering. The developers have no idea what's going on. And they hired some person at one point that kind of derailed development and was pushing hard to make a female character. Change the whole game. It's going to mess up Mega Man. She's a robot anyways. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have a gender, so it looks kind of male-ish. Just imagine it's got long hair under his helmet or something. But actually, I think they did a gender option thing now. Either way, it's still a robot. It's not a girl. It's not a boy. It's just one of them has longer hair. So, anything else fun? No? We can play a video game?
Sure. Let's do this.
Going back to Loot Crate sunglasses today. We're going to be looking at a game called Shadow Complex. It's been out for quite a while on the 360. It was re-released recently on the Xbox One and the PC called Remastered because they basically just up the texture resolution or whatever. Either way, it's one of my favorite games, enough that I was willing to get it a second time, so let's check that out. And make sure that, yeah, okay. That's logging in. Ooh. Syncing data.
Remember the noise when we were growing up? You had to log in, log on to everything.
The internet?
Yeah.
The interweb?
Yeah.
Why is it syncing data? That doesn't make any sense, Billy. Well, we prepared well for this. Anyways, let's talk about the game while we're waiting for it to do whatever the hell it's trying to do. This is a game in the genre that they like to say, that's okay, Metroidvania, which really got popularized with Super Metroid, and then even more popularized with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, where it's kind of a 2D game, and there's a lot of doorways and just places that you can see that, oh, I'd like to be able to go there. Well, you got to go get this power up, and then you can come back. It's kind of backtrack you around. Save's already there. So I have pretty much, as you can see, I've got 98% of the map and 93% of the items. So I'm kind of beefy, but we're going to go ahead and look at it just to kind of see where you could be at. Where could you be if you were cool like my guy? So as you can see, like I said, 2D. A little thing to help you aim. You got a flashlight. This is used both in dark places and if there's a door that doesn't open normally. When you shine a flashlight on it, it shows you the type. In Metroid, they have the little bubble doors. It's like red, you need a 5 missile. Green, you need a super missile. That sort of stuff. Kind of the same system. And here's the map. As you can see, very Metroidvania. And you can see even, there's the green doors. Green doors in this game require grenades. Red doors require missiles. Purple doors, which there aren't as many, require foam. Foam's a neat stuff. Foam is useful in immobilizing enemies. If you stick a grenade to something. Also, foam can be used for a temporary platform if you cross something. It does not last forever. As you can see, it's already going black, and then it's going to go crumbly, crumbly. Come on. There it goes. So, what else we got in our arsenal? We started the game, you had to jump. And then eventually you had to jump with the jetpack. And then you got to jump with the jetpack and the jet boot. So, pretty good jump on the guy now. He also has a grappling hook. It's always a nice little staple in this type of games. And he can... He can kind of grab on a wall and slide on it like this. Jump around. Much like Metroid also, he has the super duper run. It takes a second to charge up, and then you can actually run up walls with it. Kind of weird. Jumping does not simply it once you keep going. That's cool. So basically, plot of the game. You and your girlfriend are out hiking in the woods. You fall down a hole and find this weird terrorist group with tons of like Metal Gear Solid type weapons, ready to go and attack Philadelphia. There I go. So you decide at first, let's get the hell out of here, and then later you decide, well, I just found this really cool armor, why not try and stop it? So that's what you're doing. And good luck having yourself. There's assorted bad guys, assorted robots, and I'm pretty tough. When you first start the game, you start with one of those little health boxes there in the corner. So. And I got 9 keys from the items. And look at the last few. You eventually get a helmet when you find these pass keys. I am sure this is going to be the helmet. You have a overshield, which is like even more helmet. If heaven forbid, I don't have enough helmet as it is. So I can sit there and stretch. After people melee attacking, bam! They are actually, I think the melee attacks are more fun before you get the power suit because you have to do electronic. Now you're just like superpowers and I forgot. Lots of exploring. And it's not all inside, there's outside areas. Yes, we'll show you how we started. If I didn't break the game entirely. No promises. Hey. There's also much like a Metal Gear Proving Grounds where there's just basic little challenges like jump up the, you know, if you've ever played any of the Metal Gear Solid games, it's like the VR experience or whatever. We're just going to be casual because we're just going to try to load it. And I already gave you the basis of the story, so we're going to skip it. Once again, if it loads. Yeah, we have to do that. Thanks.
It's always good to have a refresh.
Oh, yes, that's right. The very first part of the game, you actually play with a nearly powered-up guy. It is the assassination of the vice president that this group does. That was a skip. That was a skip. Oh, yeah, skip cut. So you start with the vice president. The new guy that you think is going to be used in the game. The first guy is like, yeah. Yeah.
Pentagon.
And we have skipped another cutscene where, oh no, Vice President gets
Come
Welcome
on.
to the reservoir in scenic Washington. And see here, now I'm schlub with no power armor or super jump. Have a flashlight that I have to hold that gets shot in my face. See, this is what I was talking about there. You
Claire, I'm coming down!
I can normal run.
Claire?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Claire, this isn't funny. Claire!
Great. So now this is the first power up I get. It lets me jump and grab, and that's what's the way to oh look, this is good. I love this.
Someone actually put flooring down here? What the? Locked.
Hello. So there you go. Start off this. You'll get a
Let go of me!
story. Shadow Complex, like I said, if you like the exploring Metroidvania type games, it's definitely probably the best example of them overall. Maybe that's just me, but it's a lot of fun. You explore stuff. There are gold bars that are hidden that you don't at first know what the heck they do, but when you get all of them, you'll get access to a room that has all of the guns in the game in a pretty shiny golden content. And even better, once you have a save that has all of the gold collected, anytime you start a new game, that room is still open. So you can basically start the game with the best gun. Yeah, you still don't have any armor or anything. Just to kind of, explore. There's some neat achievements in the game. There's a completionist achievement, where you have to, get every item in the game and explore the whole map and then beat the game. Then there's a minimalist, where you have to beat the game using under 13% of the items. So you basically can only get the bare minimum. You know, you only have 5 missiles because you only get the first missile pack and that sort of stuff. So, you know, there's some neat things you can do. And then there's the Proving Ground, like I said, which is basically kind of the VR training mode. You can learn to use your gadgets better, and then there's some challenges. Overall, excellent game. Like I said, I liked it enough that when it came out in remastered mode, I got it for a second time. I did not know, made me sad when I found out. PC version actually had been out since about December. And for a good 2.5 months, it was free on PC. I got it on Xbox One when it came out because it was like on the store saying, hey, buy me. I was like, oh, okay. So there you go. Shadow Complex Remastered. Get it on the Xbox One or the PC, or if you have a 360 and that's all you got going on right now, hey, get the original. It's not any different other than not as pretty. Back to the real world. Oh, okay. What's next? Last time in Dungeons and Dragons. Do you remember what happened last time in Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm terrible at remembering things that happened in Dungeons and Dragons. You should know this by now.
And that's why we made a website to remind us, which I didn't update for last week because I'm a bad person. Well, we're still exploring this cave full of fire giants and hellhounds. We came to a point where there was a chasm at the back of this long room, and there was, what, 5 or 6
at least
fire giants?
Yes. None of which I hit.
No. Yeah, you were actually, you tried. You tried. At one point, you cast a cloud kill. It was a good spot and everything.
Until they all moved.
Until they all moved and the cloud kill just rolled and rolled off the edge. We didn't have any like wind pixie sprites or anything to move it around. So it basically just she got and I think the guy she did affect made a save.
Yeah. So
he took half damage. But it was a good effort. Did you go down?
Yes.
You went down.
Yes,
Tony,
for a while.
the ranger went down also. And so basically the bard cast greater invisibility on himself and went around trying to heal people up as best he could. Warlock, he didn't do eye bite this time. He's out of spells. That's right. Warlocks, they don't have a lot of spells, and they didn't rest from the last time because who rests in the middle of Fire Giant Island? So Warlock was a little limited on spells, so he pretty much was down to his Eldritch Blast, because last time he did a really good job eye-biting and sleeping like everybody, because I didn't make a save worth it. Darn. So it was a lot longer fight. The fighter, Stacy's fighter, did a lot of damage, but that's kind of what she does, is stand there and
kick butt.
Well, more chop, but...
Oh, chop butt.
Chop butt. She's a butcher. what kind of meat you want? I want butt. I was thinking about buying some butt today.
Isn't it illegal?
No, it's not. We're not in a kosher state. If we were in a kosher state, it'd be illegal. Kosher can't have the back half of any animal. So that's where where the party left off, is just barely surviving the fight. I think that you have like 3 or 4 hit points.
Yeah.
The ranger has maybe 10 or 15. The rogue actually took some damage too, now that I think about it. So pretty much everybody except the bard took damage, because the bard hit in the back like a girl. And no, he took some damage. He took a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
But he was pretty much healed back up with his mass healing. So tough fight. Once again, no real magic items or anything. Got some gold. Oh, you did do a, didn't you do a... Yeah, you did a cone of cold that did some damage.
Yes.
That's your one thing you got going for you. You did do a cone of cold. But now your staff is pretty much depleted.
Pretty much, yes.
I
think I have one charge.
You have one charge left, and it's one of those staffs where you use it the last charge. It probably will turn into water. So, that's last week in D&D. Action adventure, people getting bludgeoned. Now they have swords, so, but yeah. So, anybody out there interested in a Song of the Week topic? I don't know if we have any viewers because we're at a bit different time. So, let's check the twits and twats, or whatever they're called, on Twitter. That came right out, and then it came back and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You just said twat." Again. No messages there. So we're going to go to the ever-loving Google and type in something. What are we going to do? What are we going to say? I love, I like, I eat. Let's go with I eat.
Let's go with I eat.
I eat. Nah, come on, Google. That doesn't work right. I eat. Google, what do you got to say when I say I eat? I eat. I eat. In Spanish, that doesn't work. We got to come on, Angela. You can't have some sort of weird in Spanish. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, we're going to go with. We have a choice of pears or poop. I'm going to do a song about pears because it was.
That's a preferable choice.
Pears was before poop on the list. Got to give me that. And our hat for the week is the hat we demoed a little bit ago in Loot Crate. I'm beautiful with it. That's a stretch, I know. But it's so warm and toasty inside. And the exorcist was visiting the cameras. So, pears. This is pears like the fruit, not pears like pears of things. Just so you know, because I don't eat pears. I like to eat pears.
Yeah. You can eat 2 pears if you're that hungry.
Pears. I'm always so much better at this in the car. It's on the spot now. There's a fruit I'd like to sing about. I think you've heard of it. It's sort of round, but not quite so, and tart, but just a little bit. It's green and tasty and so fun. You throw it at your friends. If you're not nice. The song I'm singing about, my friends, is pears. I try to rhyme friends with friends. Oh, pears, they're kind of grainy when you bite them. And if you set them out too long, they get real soft. When they're all kinds of mushy, don't bite them. I bite them. It's not a good time at all. The song doesn't have a good rhythm. No. It's not a good one. It's not as bad as cats. The bar is still set pretty low with cats. But pears, they are so tasty, and I love them. You chop them up in salad every day, and sometimes twice. But they're still a little grainy, and there's always apples too. Pears. What are you gonna do?
It's beautiful.
Pears.
It's beautiful.
It's horrible, but not cats. Pears are green. You bite into them, especially when they get a little soft. When they're hard, not really. But once they get the good ripeness, they have that grain to them, that grit.
They're a little weird.
Do you like pears?
I like pears, but they're a little weird.
Which would you have on a regular day, a pear or an apple?
Depends on what kind of apple. Depends.
A good apple. But I mean, I guess you could say a good pear. There's those weird green firm pears, and there's Fuji pears or whatever.
Don't they make pear apples? Don't they have these weird fruit combinations
Propples?
now? Prapples.
I don't know. They have grapples.
They have grapples.
Those are actually just apples that they basically dunk in grape juice and leave them overnight and stuff.
So it's portable wine.
Have you ever had a grapple?
No.
They're good.
Interesting.
They're nice. I like those kind of apples, the Fuji or the Gala, the round, smaller apples. And yeah, they just kind of dunk them in some grape juice and maybe shoot them up with a little grape juice or something. Charge you an extra $1.50 each. That's agriculture, kids. No, I like grapples. Pears, I guess they're called Fuji pears still too. They're the more brownish ones that are extra mushy. Those are good to peel and then caramelize. Light them on fire with a little alcohol and light them on fire for a second. Those are good. Regular pears are nice too. Don't want to discriminate. The nice hard ones. Those are the ones you throw at your friends. Either way, it's really hard or really mushy. If it's nice and ripe and tasty, eat it. Obviously. Pears. Righty. What's next on our little list? Caitlyn Ricci. I don't know. Have you heard of her?
I read up on her before I came.
Oh, I mentioned her.
So yeah.
2014. Okay, well, going along with the vein of hating people, because we hate everybody, even you and me.
Yes.
Maybe you've heard of her, maybe you haven't. Either way, she's 21 at the time of the suing, which was in 2014. She could have gotten a job. Instead, she sued her parents. She moved to her mother's house. She refused to follow her mom's rules and moved in with her grandparents. She got kicked out of a college program. Her parents were paying for their first college program, but she got kicked out of it. So her parents like set up some sort of deal, and she says that she followed the deal and was doing her chores, and they said no, she moved out with her grandparents. Either way, she sued her parents for tuition, which, I'm sorry, once you're 18, you can't sue somebody to pay for something that, I mean, there's no contract or anything. It's ridiculous.
Her grandparents hired the lawyer.
Yeah, because her
So
grandparents
they
probably.
fueled this fire.
Well, it's those yeah. Well, the grandparents, and I'm always blaming the lawyers who are willing to take the case. I know it's their job or whatever. If it's a prosecuting attorney who's pro bono, whatever case he gets, he gets. But this is a guy who, defense attorney pro bono, not prosecuting a pro bono. There's some prosecuting attorneys that are pro bono, but not for the most part. But this is a guy who is willing to take a case with whatever and try and get some money. And she was trying to go to a different college too. Once she found out that she was going to be able to sue her parents, she actually upped to the college she was going to go to versus what they were paying for. So she won. I think it hasn't been overturned yet, but her parents have pretty much said this to jail, contempt of court. I don't care. So this sets a pretty important legal precedent. I think you need an Xbox One. So I think we need to get a lawyer in so that you can sue your parents for an Xbox One for your own happiness.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Now you're going to need a big TV to play the Xbox One on.
Absolutely. And a surround sound.
Surround sound system. And that's electricity. That's money she cannot afford to pay right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to pay her electric bill to run her Xbox One, her TV, and her surround sound.
But if I'm going to also play this, I also need a place to live, so my rent needs to be covered.
That's true. You can't play Xbox One out in the rain.
Nope.
And it has to have games.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Tony, so he needs a controller for when she lets him play her
Right.
Xbox One.
Right. And we need food because,
That's true. You can't play your Xbox One if you're busy working.
Exactly.
And if you can't play your Xbox One, then you just can't have happiness in life, and it's your parents' fault.
So
Sue
the parents.
probably about $100,000 a year should be good.
Yeah, I think that might be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see your parents into the life of luxury. You gotta
No,
live frugally.
Yeah.
You only out to eat twice a day, and then it's a nice breakfast sandwich in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Some iced coffee, something. I don't know. They're gonna need to get you an espresso machine.
Oh yeah, because we can't go out for coffee if we're playing.
No,
Xbox.
well, plus it's too late in the day. I mean,
True.
you feel bad going out getting espressos for your morning coffee at 3 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel the shame, and which again is detrimental to your happiness.
Right.
So my ruling on this is that she needs to go ahead and get on her parents' medical plan because she needs to be backhanded by 5 people in the face hard every day for 5 years.
Well, she doesn't have to be off until she's 26, so...
There you go. She should still be on her parents' insurance to be smacked in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You can disagree with me. You can say that there's some sort of mitigating circumstances. I say no, and well, I hate you too. We hate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Suing your parents. Who the hell's
Did you see the pictures of her?
Yes, I have a picture of her.
She just looks like this snotty little thing. Really?
I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, there was a picture of her in a graduation gown she's on, and then she just.
Grow up, please.
Yeah, well, she's just gonna college and not grow up too. She's gonna have a safe space at college, Let's not even go there. We started to go there, and I made me very mad, and then I almost blew up the house, and then I have to sue my parents for a house.
Oh well.
But
she has set the precedent for that, so
there you go. Yeah, though my parents will probably compromise and make me live in their one guest room with my wife and children and everything else, which I'll live under a bridge. Bridge living for me. So, social interaction. We'll go look back into the Twitterverse sphere, whatever.
The twits.
Looking at the twits.
Not the other ones.
Some of the people posting on here are the other ones. I'm looking at you, Jaden Smith. Doesn't look like anybody's, what are you going to do? We're at a different time. We're at a different space. We'll check our book of the faces real quick, too, just to make sure. But, what are you going to do? We got, like I said, what are you going to do about 16 times? Mm-hmm. We're going to get a little counter in the corner. Bing. Maybe I'll edit that in.
There we go.
Juggernaut Wars? Sorry. Facebook had an ad that had a girl with a sword that she's going to chop somebody. Look, she looks cool.
She does.
I don't care what it's
I
about.
don't know that she looks like a juggernaut, but...
I don't know either, but she looks cool. She got a sword with a little red gem on it. Anyhow, so, different time than normal. I already have so few followers as it is, so extra fun on social. So, David, do you want to say hi to the world?
Yeah.
Come here. Jacob got to be on last time. You get to be on this time. Come here. Come here. Oh, my goodness.
Hi, David.
Hey.
See,
How are you?
You're on TV.
Oh.
Wow. Huh? Yeah. So, as usual, you can email me at james at... Shh. You want to say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just really up to back home.
What? You're a weirdo. Is that what it is?
Alright, it's right here.
What?
It's right your turn.
It's my turn?
What are you going to say?
I don't know, but pardon the drunk toddler.
Are you drunk?
No.
No.
Well,
I'll let you die.
what about me? Okay, is it my
Yeah.
turn to talk? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I was saying, before somebody decided they wanted to talk and nobody understand them, you can email me, james@thejamesshow.com. Twitter, it's The James Show 00. Boop. Facebook, The James Show 00. Always at the zeros. Leave comments below. Subscribe wherever I stick that subscribe button. You're going to point to the subscribe button? It's right there.
Here.
No, that's not. It actually is going to be in that general area. Yeah. Probably. Maybe we'll put it above her head now, just for modesty's sake. Or
Don't sound like this, like that.
here, you gotta get out.
I want it like this.
All right. Well, say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Well, that's the James Show. Once again, the James Show coming at you live. At least we're watching it live, which I think there's nobody. Oh well.
Eh.
You can watch it
Oh, well.
wow.
live on a taped recorded delay here from beautiful downtown kitchen overlooking scenic High Chart. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Also, Mr. Sunglasses has started doing
They
NES
sit right
games.
there.
First one just came up today with 3D World Runner. Maybe kind of alphabetical order, kind of
yeah.
not. Yeah, you think alphabetical order?
Yeah.
Yeah, alphabetical order starting with the numbers. So, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And next time, see y'all.
Bye.